Hi, I'm Tom Boyle, and I'm here to show you how to do logic tracing of any arbitrary task in a Microsoft project schedule using BPC logic filter. This is a typical project schedule that involves construction and business readiness. It's an integrated master schedule. For one reason or another, we might be interested in the driving and driven tasks associated with this particular task, A3 install line D. So let's see what kind of logic tracing can we do with BPC logic filter. I could just look at a default task logic trace, looking both predecessors and successors, driving and non-driving, including all path relative float, but I want to show it in line. By showing it in line, we can see the driving path and the near driving paths of the selected task in the context of the original organization that we had. The green bars represent tasks that are not related to this selected one. In addition, the same view shows successor tasks of the selected task, including the driven path and a near driven path. In other words, the startup task is 10 days away from being driven by A3 install line D. So now we can just choose to look at just predecessors, all with the same other parameters. So we only see the predecessor tasks. We can look at only successors, just the successor tasks, all in line and showing essentially what we showed before. We can also resort to show logical branches. So this basically groups and sorts by path relative float. This shows the install line D selected task with its driven successors and its near driven successors. Here we can show the same for predecessors, with all the unrelated tasks filtered out. Finally, sometimes we want to see just the connections between two tasks in a schedule, even a large schedule. So let's look at the connections between our selected task and this one, A2 Civil, which has a unique ID of 11. We can just look at both in case we don't know which one is the predecessor, which one is the successor. And here we have the target task, the selected task, and the predecessors of the selected task that make the connection between them. Okay, let's try that and look at it just inline. Restore the last view. Still with the target task. And this is what we get, the connections between our selected task and the target task. That's pretty much a good summary of what we can do for any arbitrary task in a Microsoft project schedule.